this is exactly what I've been doing. So I've been going straight from my camera roll to YouTube. Zero edits, zero cuts, zero anything. And it's a couple things. One, I'm trying to like master this ability to just let it rip. Cause on like the Bianca video I was doing, I have like 10 different versions and they're all just like a little miss. And it's like, if I just like game dayed it, you know what I mean? Like if I just showed up at my best, then like I would save so much time. And the time thing is a big theme here too. It's like, there's so much more time editing, especially for like me, than there is actually just like doing the stuff. So I got back to where I was with the X documentary, which is like, this is way too big. And I got like this crippling fear. So I was like, I'm just gonna start doing this. And on the other hand, I'm shorting AI because so many people are gonna go, hey, ChatGPT, what should this video be about? Do the research for me, blah, blah, blah. And it's so much like reciting research. We forget that like all the links on Google are written by people, you know? So I'm trying to like do a couple things at once. I'm trying to run a YouTube right now that's as efficient as possible. So like this isn't gonna break the algorithm, but this content, if I do break the algorithm, can make me money as my back catalog. But if I like, I'm almost like, imagine like just completely relearning. Like, so I'm slowly gonna add edits, slowly like play around, and I'll have like all this footage to work with. But what I'm really trying to do, and this is where I'm gonna need your help today, is like fucking save the internet. So like, I think the shit that we do, which is like make videos about the past, and do it in like an optimistic way where it's not like some agenda, you know, is like more important than ever, because young people's neural pathway, like their brain is fried, bro. They're not gonna read books. I can't even read books. Like, we don't even read books, you know what I mean? And we didn't grow up on that shit, you know? So it's like, they're really not gonna read any of this shit. And Google, as well as everyone else, they're not gonna give this stuff up for free anymore. All these AI companies, the end game is that it is going to be pay to play life. Like, you have to pay them to find any of this information out. Yeah. So I want to eventually kind of have this like site where, imagine I make like an actual video, like let's say one of your videos, but all of the clips are like, you can go to the site and deal with all the clips and see all the clips. And on one hand, it's like a curated library, because there's so much information now. It's like having curation, I think, is so important. Like, the stuff that you're going to be able to present as a Kobe fan is way better than what AI could do. If you said, get me the best Kobe stuff, it's going to get you a bunch of crap, bro. Like bullshit, you know? Get me the best Kanye stuff. It's going to just get, Kanye is like, and that's where it's like, whoever controls the past controls the future. So it's like, I feel like so much power in dealing, because it's bigger than us. It's like the power of the story of Kobe Bryant, the power of the story of X, you know, or Ye. It's like, that can freaking change the world. So that's where, since like it's going in this direction, I feel so much stronger about this stuff that we do. But this is where I'm at. I'm like, literally, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm in no man's land. There's different ways I feel like, you know, like I said, the back catalog can eventually pay me, and it's good to practice being on camera like this, but I need to figure out how to start making the steps towards that future thing I envision.
I thought you had it though.
Well, like, it just, that's where I said I got back to where I was with the X documentary. It's like, I keep getting to this place where I'm like, this is just more than a video.
I disagree. I'm going to challenge you a little bit.
Yeah.
I think you like see the light at the end of the tunnel and you almost get frightened by it. And the brightness almost like paralyzes you.
Well, that's another thing when I talk about like the time, is it, what I'm really scared of is like that it's not sustainable. Like,
there's this fear in what you're doing, and I feel it.
well, it's like, if I were to really put out that Bianca video right now, it's like I could maybe do 3 of those a year at that level.
But it sets you in. It like, it's like saying like, man, if I can only make dark, beautiful, twisted fantasy once a year. It's like, yeah, no shit, you gotta make it.
But for me, it's like,
what? I can only make Yeezus once, and it took me 2 years. Yeah, well, I mean,
well,
that's how it goes.
that's kind of where what I'd like to figure out here is a way to get my YouTube to a place where it's making some amount of money, or
Why?
getting some amount of traffic. Because the limitation, it's like I'm trying to make My Beautiful Dark. I literally feel so much like Yeezus. These kids I talk to, Madani and Ona, like I literally am sending them these voice memos, fucking screaming about the like store. Like I've fucking run out of storage so quick, and it just like if I had the resources, I'd be so much better off. And it's like
What resources are you referring to?
like one, money, but two, just storage, really. Like the computer, like my last computer, I tried to do this and it completely gave out, and then I just got like the standard Mac, and it's like I'm not even, just the files of me talking without any of the other edits, which are the real hard part, is like already too much storage.
Yeah, I know. So I've done it. So I know
Yeah.
what you mean. My recording is 8 hours long, and it's on me to trim it down. You gotta delete storage.
Yeah, I get stuck in like that Grail quest of like it's got to be the greatest thing ever. But yeah, you're right. It's like
I just feel like I feel like it's the same. I mean, also, let's go back and look at how you view your time with that X documentary. Like, you also go back there and say like, I let an opportunity out. It's something that
but you know what else kind
you
of
are grateful for it,
No, but what
but
the
it does haunt you.
no, but the thing that's really trippy about it is I wouldn't have gotten one copyright strike on that video. I genuinely would have gotten over 50. Because
Right.
after he died, they locked everything.
Right, sure.
And they're going to do the same thing when Ye dies. They're going to lock because with X, it's not like copyright strike, you can't monetize it. It's like any of those songs, any of those melodies, your entire video just gets taken
Yeah,
down.
I get that.
So whatever I would have made would have just gotten taken down anyway.
No, but it's not about that though. It's not about the money.
Well, it's not just the money, but the money is correlated directly to the reach, you know? But also, if I don't get the reach,
Because if I've seen videos that have millions of views and they get a copyright thing, and it's like I would take the millions of views.
I saw one of my ex edits on Instagram. So I sent a voice note to this kid, Madani. I was like yelling about how Instagram fucks me over and like the shit I was doing 5 years ago, blah, blah, blah. Right after I leave the chat, I go to my Reels and it's a video I did and it has 1 million views and 100,000 likes. That I did, X edit I did 5 years ago.
Uh-huh.
And it fucked my head up, dude. It fucked my head up. Definitely. Because
I don't know. I just feel like you're operating out of fear more than you let on.
But no, but there is a genuine
No,
thing
I get
that I'm
But
seeing
that
here
doesn't matter that much.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. Like, I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong. Storage, blah, whatever. These are all little things that you should be able to overcome. I personally feel like it's a fear thing. Like, I don't know. I feel like you just, like, the way I said it was perfect. You see that light at the end of the tunnel, it almost blinds you, and you get paralyzed.
Yeah.
You're almost like, there's this part of you, I feel like, that really enjoys the chase.
Mm.
And, like, looking for something that's, like, almost unattainable.
Mm.
Because the second it becomes attainable, everything becomes too real, too in front of you, to like, what the fuck do I do next? I'm not ready for that. Like, that's not true.
I'm torn though, because it's like, I mean, so much of it is really coming down to like me trying to edit this shit and just literally not having, like, it just doesn't happen. Like, I try to do it and it just doesn't work.
What do you mean though? Like,
I
what's
keep
off?
running out of storage, and I delete it. I put it on hard drives. I have like a stack of this many hard drives, and I'm already struggling with like the softwares on the Mac.
Yeah.
But that's where I'm trying to nail this, is like so much of my problems, and that's how I ended up here. It's like so many of my problems come down to editing, you know. So that's kind of what I want to figure out. Part of what I want to figure out today is a better, because the editing style I'm doing, that's what's ahead of what I'm at. The storytelling I'm doing, you're right, I can do that now. It's and this is where I'm leaning towards your side here of like, I can't just wait for the resources, you know,
Yeah.
to make something great. I need to make something great to justify the resources.
I also feel like with the ant video I did, like, it wasn't like this big thing. It was just tedious time. could feel the effort that was put into it, but wasn't like overly done. I didn't do any crazy green screens or any crazy transitions or none of that. It was just you could feel the taste, the effort, the simplicity, but just kind of like my favorite word is like taste. Just the taste. Like it doesn't have to be this overly blown. Every 30 seconds needs to have something crazy. Like it needs to feel like a natural pace, and it needs to just feel like if I'm watching it on a TV, what would I deem good enough? It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be 10 out of 10. It doesn't have to be insane. But what is good?
Well,
Like, what I'd be like, yeah, let's go. All right, next.
That's where it's, I mean, you're definitely, there's a point there, but where it's tricky is that, like, I'm not really doing something that I think has ever been done before. As far as, like, so the Bianca video is a great example of what I want to do with the X video. It's a cultural touch point to get people's attention, but really what it is a no, but the video itself isn't really about Bianca. It's an entire history of modern art and feminist art in a way that's like actually competitive with like an entire fucking college degree. And I can squeeze that in, but that's where it does take, it's not about being overly complicated. I'm trying to get it back to simple. Like I just heard Tim.
From a storytelling perspective.
It's the visual and the story. It's just I have so much
What's
data
first?
in the story, but I
Right.
have that down. It's like,
So you think you have that down complete?
yeah, like I don't need to film anymore. Like I in the footage I've said the thing I need to say. Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't need to download any more footage. I have all the, stuff I need to do. It's like putting it together where it can't get overcomplicated. I need to be like a
I
simple.
mean, there's this giant mountain when you go like, bro, like you're thinking of like the main story, the main plot point, and then you're thinking about something down here that you still really, really need. That you're like, I've spent too much time here. How do I bring all that together?
Well, so
how does it all come down there?
Bianca, in the lecture I found, she basically coined, like she invented with Yeezy, a new architecture movement called primitive futurism. So from there I explained what futurism is. And
Right.
futurism is this guy who got in a car crash, and wrote a manifesto about the future called futurism. That ended up being the same manifesto used for fascism. So this art movement by this guy who got in a car crash ended up being Hitler's biggest influence.
Right.
From there, it's like after that war, basically, the artists were so fed up with the way things were going and the way they were being interpreted that they started being really ridiculous to like challenge like all of our understandings of society. So that's where the Bianca thing, it ties into like all of the gender stuff going on right now in a crazy way. So like in the video, I need to touch on Bianca's architecture, art history, feminism, gender roles, and then basically bring it back to how Bianca as an influencer is in a position to put these really big ideas into our everyday life.
Oh no, go ahead.
No, that's it.
I feel like, and you explained that really well, but maybe it needs to be like drawn out in front of you. That structure you just said to me,
Yeah.
maybe it needs to be drawn out
Yeah.
in like a whatever
But
piece,
that-
paper, laptop, whatever, but just something
That's-
like allowing you to follow an overall line and structure.
That's how I want it to actually exist, because you said the keyword line. Where I'm at, and this is where it's different, is it's non-linear. So that's where I need eventually, as soon as I can, a site, where you would engage with it like it's like almost like social media, except it'd be way cooler because it's like, you mean the site?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Sam Tree TV. But these would probably end up being their own like individual sites. And that's the thing with like,
You almost want to create like a digital art museum.
yeah, it's almost like the new textbooks,
I mean,
basically.
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
But we can't get there without this video. We can't get there without that video that gets X million views. We can't get there without that, you know, being the priority right now. Like, don't overanalyze and become paralyzed.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's very important to, like, I feel like you do this thing that where you're like, I'm looking at the mount. You stop somewhere along the line, and you're like, whoa, that's huge, and you get lost looking up. But it's like, dude, there's still 3 steps right in front of you that can be taken.
But it's in the long term, and that's where I like want to work towards it. Is I'm just like, yeah,
Well, in the long term, you have employees, you have help, you have.
because we're still stuck in TV. Like I feel like the way that we understand media right now is
Yes.
it doesn't like use the internet at all.
100%. No, I get what you're saying. I 100% understand what you're saying, but then you have to play that game and win that game first. And move quick so you
Yeah.
can jump ahead.
Yeah,
You gotta catch up so that you can get ahead
yeah,
and set the trend, because I know what you're trying to say, but you're also, like, I think, look, also, I know you, so I'm able to kind of keep up with everything you're saying, but you're not, like, you're jumping from here, and then what about here, and then what about here, but I got I get your center and through point,
Mhm.
but think about how that manifests in, you know, in your work. Think about how that manifests in what you're putting out. Think about how that manifests in like the structure of your life. You know, I think first, and like, I think the fact that you're thinking that far ahead is amazing. It's
but I
amazing.
don't think it needs to be that far ahead. Like
But
I can do it this year.
right, but you can do it this year, but you have to play the traditional game. Like, you have to play the traditional game a little bit. And I'm not saying you can't do it this year, but that's also a really tough timeline to make that happen. You
Well,
know,
that's where it's weird. It's like it's not that the video side of it seems easy. I mean, I guess there is a fear element. There's just so many ways the video side of it can get really like linear and basically just not be like optimized content, you know, because if
I mean, it is though for now.
Yeah.
Because you can turn that one big piece of content into 100 little pieces of content, and that one big piece of content can feed you for weeks.
yeah, I mean, either ways, I definitely got to make it. I got to finish it one way or another.
And like yeah, and like, yeah. There's this confidence that you need from that.
Because there's a lot of stuff where I feel like, and this is where the storage stuff gets really annoying, it could land like really well with great visuals of, you know, when I'm trying to explain like the visual perception, you know, and I'm using this example of like, what's the difference between an apple, just like a red apple that we see on a painting, and just a red circle with a green little arrow right there?
Sure.
But it's like saying that out loud. It's like I could just shut up and do it. You know, it doesn't need to be a 3D Pixar like crazy.
Right.
Nothing.
And it's like, that I think you're right there. I thought you were gonna have this out.
Yeah, I mean, I have everything pretty much clipped up.
And it's definitely not like a judgment or shame thing. It's more of like a let's get this out, or let's do what it takes to get it out, because you're like, you said it yourself. You're like, oh, I know Kanye would see this. I know she would see this. I know the team would see this.
Mm-hmm.
There's a like. Okay, the words are, I wrote them down recently. It's like, conviction and belief can only last you so long until it has to turn into tangible results.
Mm-hmm.
So conviction and belief can only matter so much for so long until it has to turn into tangible results. That has to be, like, it's time to turn your conviction and belief into tangible results. Like, now.
Yeah.
You know, and like, because Yeah, I mean, I would like, for example, the reason that came to my mind is because I believe in my basketball team. I'm like, bro, we're good, we're one of the better teams in the league. But it's like, okay, but if I go 0-10, like that, technically it's not true.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, I believe I can be the best coach in the league or one of the best coaches in the league. Okay, well then go coach a team into 10 wins. You know, like, oh, I believe I could be a YouTuber, a content creator. Okay, I believe you too, but turn that into 300,000 views, get monetized. Like, there's certain things that come with it.
I don't necessarily envision the game plan to be a YouTuber.
No, of course.
Because once I have this site, then it's then it's over. Then that will do the press itself. Like creative pages will be talking about it, UI people will be talking about it, and then I can sell my product directly, like through that channel. Because even when I typed in my videos I post into AI, the AI said like, you know, the SAM tree is doomed by the platform, like basically, because everything about what I'm saying is how we need to make new platforms and reject these platforms, and
Yeah, but
you know.
first you need a platform. Where are you gonna say that on? You're not gonna say that on Rumble. You're not gonna say that to the guy down the street.
Yeah,
You're gonna say that on YouTube.
yeah,
You say that on Instagram, TikTok. And that's how word of mouth comes out. It's like selling CDs back in the day. You know, like it's not as simple as just like, hey man, you want to join my Samtree TV website? You know?
Well, if it's the most valuable website to learn about everything ever, then everyone will be there. Sam Tree TV.